Breaking news coming in. Mirna has accessed the order copy in the Aryan Khan case. The order essentially lays out the reasons as to why bail was rejected. It says that Aryan was in conscious possession of the drugs. The drugs were not found on him, but he was aware of it, where it was kept. The accused did also disclose possession of drugs in the statement. Aryan knew about the drugs concealed by Arbaz. Those are some of the details here coming in at this point in time with regard to what exactly was in that order copy. It also says that though Aryan did not have the drug in possession, he knew where it was, and there was conscious possession of both accused. Let me in fact go across to Santya for more details here. Santya, if you can take us through some of the important highlights here in this order copy that explain why the bail was rejected.
So, talking about some of the pointers which are mentioned and some of the observations made by the court in the order copy, one is that in this particular case, the material placed on record, and this is what the court has found, that the material placed on record reveals that there is incriminating material in the form of WhatsApp chat which shows the nexus of Aryan Khan with suppliers and peddlers. This is a huge point which is actually mentioned by the court here, because as we were mentioning this since the beginning, that this is one aspect which is going to amplify the case by many folds. Now, apart from that, the court has also said that there are also WhatsApp chats of another accused, Arbaz Merchant. Apart from that, the court has said that aspect of providing the court said that it transpires that all the accused are connected in the same thread of this alleged crime. So, aspect of providing the conspiracy which deals with depth, etc., that has to be considered at the time of trial only. As of now, prima facie, it looks like that there was a conspiracy which took place, and these accused were a part of that. The court also says that prima facie, it appears that there, as I was saying, that there is a case of conspiracy and abetment. And court has said that, so this particular section of 29 of NDPS Act, which is invoked by NCB, stands here. So that is something which court has taken a note of, and this is one of the ground of the bail, which was one of the ground via which the bail was rejected today. Now, apart from that, court has also said that Aryan and Arbaz voluntarily actually surrendered their mobile phones. So during the arguments, one of the argument of Arbaz Merchant's lawyer was that mobile phones were not even seized and not shown in the Panchnama. So to that, the court has said that because Aryan and Arbaz voluntarily surrendered their mobile phones in interrogation, this argument of Arbaz Merchant's lawyer falls to the ground. Talking about the role and case of Munmun, at that time, the court said that Munmun was arrested. Munmun was arrested with contraband. Her culpable mental state is clear and evident. So she is found in possession of contraband in consequence of secret information by NCB. So she is also part of the network, and her case cannot be considered in isolation. Another important thing is the court has said that court actually is talking about the part of Shobhit Chakravarti and Riya Chakravarti as well. The court has said that the evidence on record shows that prima facie there is material to indicate that accused are parts of larger networks as held in the case of Shobhit Chakravarti. So that's the part court is citing as an example. Since accused are part of the conspiracy, each of them, every single one of them, is liable for the entire quantity of drugs seized. Case of each accused cannot be segregated from each other and cannot be considered in isolation. So I'll tell you why exactly court has mentioned this point, because since the very beginning, one point which was raised by the legal team of Aryan Khan, that nothing was found on his person. There was no drug recovery from individually from him. So that's exactly why the court has said here that as held in the case of Shobhit Chakravarti, since accused are part of the conspiracy, each of them is liable for the entire quantity of drugs. And case of each accused cannot be segregated from each other and cannot be considered in isolation. Now, court has also spoken about the Riya Chakravarti case as well, and the court has said that in the authority of Riya Chakravarti case, it has been made clear that all offences under NDPS Act are non-bailable. Furthermore, it is noteworthy that condition while granting bail is also specified in one section of NDPS. So the reason this is said by the court, because Section 37 of the NDPS Act actually says it puts an embargo on the bail on granting the bail, because that was a point which was raised by That was a point which was actually raised by the defense team. That's what has been clarified by the court. So Shouvik Chakravarti's, Riya Chakravarti's example given by the court, talking about the recovery part, court has said that individual, talking about the entire case, what is recovered from one individual person or not recovered from him or her cannot be looked at as a separate aspect of it. The collective seizure will be considered. So these are some of the points, some of the observations of the court while rejecting the bail application of Aryan, Arbaz and Munmun.
Yes, absolutely, Santya. And just one more point I wanted to highlight here as well. It says that while deciding the bail application, apart from the gravity and seriousness of the offence, the antecedents of the applicant, possibility of tampering with evidence and likelihood of commission of offence if released on bail are relevant factors that need to be taken into consideration. So that is also another aspect here as well. Santya, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. All right. Well, we will try and get in some more details here as far as this the order copy itself is concerned. These are some of the points that Santya just spoke about. If she is still with us, we can get in some more details. But the other important point here also talks about the WhatsApp chats, which prima facie revealed that the first accused is dealing in illicit drug activities of narcotic substances on a regular basis. Therefore, it cannot be said that the accused, number one, is not likely to commit a similar offence while on bail. So that is also the other aspect which has been taken into account here while rejecting the bail application. So thus, considering the prima facie involvement of the applicants and all the three accused in this entire case, this is not a fit case for granting bail. And that is the reason as to the reasons why bail has been rejected.